How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Hey, friends.
Hey.
I had to start the show because I needed to end the previous conversation that was happening.
Amy was getting too aroused.
What's the opposite of aroused? Vomiting in the corner of the studio. But anyway.
And that made me aroused.
Unaroused.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you just got to indulge in your most grotesque fantasies,
Decadence.
right?
Sometimes you have to be decadent.
Amy.
Yeah.
YOLO, okay.
YOLO, right?
I'm
YOLO FOMO.
I'm bringing that back.
What do you think about? It's kind of the whole theme of this week's movie.
It really is.
The theme is gross.
The theme is fuck you, Lewis, all day long. So anyway, my name is Amy. And you just heard from Lewis, who I'm very mad at right now.
You should have done it like, my name is Amy, and I am...
so mad right now.
Yeah.
Hi, Lewis.
Hello, Amy.
I'm not really mad at you, because you didn't make the movie.
Well, I mean, if you were, I really wouldn't care. You ain't my wife.
That's true.
I ain't got to answer to you.
Speaking of wives, my sister wife Andy's here.
Yeah.
Oh, am I the first? Am I number one? Am I the
No, I'm number one, bitch.
Oh, okay. I want to be the bottom bitch.
You're the one that takes care of, like, the kids. But
Yeah.
you're the one that has to, like,
do
do
all
all
the
the
cooking.
fucked up stuff.
Okay.
Like, Amy just has to do, like,
Yeah.
normal sex. You're,
like,
like the
fucked
freaky
up sex stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Listen, that's one of the benefits you get for being bottom bitch.
Okay. And there's Kelley.
I'm quenching my thirst.
That's good. It's good to hydrate.
It is. I got a new skull cup for home to match my skull cup for here.
For here.
Yeah.
Mikey B is away. And Freddy's in bed right now going, I don't feel good right now. So he's not here right now.
Does he have the doo-doo tummy?
He might have the doo-doo tummy. Yesterday was a carnival of doo-doo tummies.
I think he's just bashful.
That's what it is.
He's just
So
feeling,
shy.
He's just feeling
The
bashful.
carnival of doo-doo tummies.
He's got bashful belly.
Yeah.
So,
He's just giggling in there and covering his mouth.
one quick story yesterday.
My favorite ICP album is Carnival of Doo-doo Tummies.
What do the juggalos do? They whoop whoop? Is that what they do?
Among other things. Yeah.
Yesterday, Andy came over, and he, I was in the other room, and all I heard was Andy go, can I use your bathroom? And he ran into the bathroom, and he was in there for like 20 minutes. So that started the day.
Oh,
And let's just say it didn't stop.
It has to, for me to use a bathroom
I
that's
know.
not my own,
I
it
know.
has to be extenuating circumstances.
Yeah.
I picture a gif like of like Jeff Daniels in
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Dumb and Dumber.
And I'm just in the other room just seething. I'm like, how dare he? But then, of course, he's my friend and all. Of course.
Well, Freddie, like, after I came out of the bathroom, was like, you okay? And I was like, yeah, why? It's like, I heard you saying, like, oh, Jesus. And
Well, he
like,
does
ugh.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
I get that
Yeah.
way. Like the way my hair looks right now. Sometimes I'll sit on the toilet and I'm just like, oh God, and I'll say God.
You ever been on the toilet so long you fall asleep?
No.
I've never fallen asleep, but I have like had to get up when I'm so tired that like I've got my eyes closed and I'm kind of trying to go to sleep, but I never can actually fall asleep.
Yeah, I had to get up because my butthole was getting too dry.
Yeah.
Because nothing comes.
You ever been on so long that like you finish your book early, and so you gotta run to the living room or wherever with your pants down to find a new book to read.
Or your legs fall asleep. That's terrible.
Yeah, when your legs fall asleep, that's bad.
Sometimes you sit there, you know something wants to come out, but it doesn't, and you just sit there waiting for it to come out, but it doesn't, and then your butthole gets pushed out and get dried.
Well, the most frustrating thing, and I'll tell you this.
Okay.
It's like you get up in the middle of the night to squirt diarrhea.
Okay.
Right? And you think
As you do.
you think you're done.
Yeah.
Then you go back to bed. The moment you lay down, you suddenly feel like the fucking like the little piston thing, the like fuel injector, fill up your staging area with more hot coffee. And you're like, God damn it, I have to get up again. So like the next time you like sit there for a while, and then nothing comes out. And you're like,
I'll tell you what the absolute worst is.
Oh my God.
Right when you get out of the shower and you're clean.
Oh yeah, that is terrible.
And then you have to like all of a sudden, as soon as you're out of the shower, you have to take the most massive dump ever.
And it's steamy in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your legs are wet.
Yeah, and no matter how much you wipe, you never feel clean, even though you just got out of the shower.
You literally have to take another shower just to clean your beehole.
All right, let me tell you what can solve a lot of these problems.
That is maybe the worst.
Are you ready for this? The squatty
Number
potty.
1, don't be fat.
Well, listen, I'm not here to judge, but I am here to tell you the squatty potty can change many of these problems. I've experienced it. I love it.
The what?
How
the
does
squatty potty.
The squatty potty takes your diarrhea away?
Well, no, because two things that I can tell you it solves right now. My legs don't fall asleep when I use the squatty potty.
You have better circulation than I do.
Well, no, because you're not compressing your legs because you're squatty. Your legs are up. Also, you spend less time on the toilet.
Squatty don't?
No, I'm scared. I'm scared to use it because I feel like if I use it, the force would be so intense. So,
and you get everything out, Kelly, because it helps you get everything out at one go.
I don't know. My body makes a lot of diarrhea.
Yeah, I think the body is fine the way it is. We don't need more accoutrement.
Anyway.
That's my new favorite quote. I don't know. My body makes a lot of diarrhea.
Well, that's great.
You know, there's some days I'm surprised I haven't come down with cholera yet.
Dysentery.
It used to make a real old man quote. It used to be worse, but then they changed my metformin. They gave me the time release metformin, and that took care of it a little bit more.
If you've ever had to take a magnesium supplement, you know how rough life can get. Anyway, okay, I'm going to change the subject.
Knock on wood.
The hardest thing in life is diarrhea.
And to live in it. In your diarrhea.
Shit, for me.
Speaking of Buffy, we were at Horror Hound Weekend last week, and that's why there was no new show. Lewis, let me tell you about our adventures. Is that cool?
Let me guess. It was like 50% Negan, 50% it.
No.
What? There were way less Negans.
Yeah, because
I only saw 2.
Yeah, we said on
careful how you say that.
Yeah, we said on Twitter that you can tell the seasons are changing because the Negans are slowly morphing into Pennywises.
There was I only saw one man dressed like Negan and one toddler dressed like Negan.
I saw a female Negan.
Oh, so there were 4
saw like a
Negans.
teenage girl Negan.
Oh wait, maybe there were 4 Negans.
She had glasses. I wasn't even sure she was Negan at first, and then I saw the bat. The baseball bat.
Right. Well, okay. All right.
Sometimes you can't tell the difference between if it's a Negan costume. If the girl does it, I can't tell if it's a Negan costume or a who's that clown girl?
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I understand that. You get confused easily. Actually, I thought the costume game was pretty good this year. It was varied and interesting.
We saw the Hitchhiking Ghosts.
The Hitchhiking Ghosts.
They were real good.
Saw a girl whose ass was completely out under her skirt.
Completely out ass lady. That's a valid costume.
Yeah.
Was there a chubby, bruised cheerleader chick there?
I think she might have died. We haven't seen her in a long time.
She's definitely dead now. I saw a really great female Beetlejuice and a sandworm, and then a separate people doing a sandworm costume, which was really cool.
I didn't see that.
There was a great guy on stilts with a woman being his puppet, marionette.
I karaoke'd.
Kelly karaoke'd. I got super drunk.
Amy got real drunk.
Yeah,
It was scary. I got drunk too, Amy.
You did.
Did you get cheated on your husband drunk?
No. Amy got sit outside. Drink, smoke cigarettes,
Amy got
and talk
real
about
honest.
her whole life.
Amy got real honest drunk.
Well, Kelly, here's the thing. You think I was so wasted, like crazy wasted.
You're pretty wasted.
But that's because you're usually that drunk and you don't notice what's going on.
When you meet Oscar, you're like, I got married too young.
Yep,
I want to go out and blow so many dudes.
No, I think it was like, I love
blows
Freddy.
plenty of dudes. I mean,
I love Freddy, and I think he's great, and I really miss his dad. That's pretty much it.
That was like 85% of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody has ever said that phrase. I want to blow so many dudes.
You haven't?
No. Or just in our imaginations.
But the fun part was, yes, Andy had one whole mixed drink, you guys. And what happens when Andy finishes a drink?
Did you get the flush?
Well, you did, but how many Pepsi did you take this time?
4.
4? And it didn't work, did it?
Speaking of flush,
Yeah.
the toilet wouldn't flush when I tried to throw up in it.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Andy ran into the room. I was already asleep. Mike was in there too. Andy runs into the room, the hotel room, and goes, "Oh God! I'm gonna go throw up." And he goes in there, and it's awful, and it's loud and disgusting. And then I hear him go, "Oh, flush! Oh, why won't you flush? It won't flush! Flush, 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 flush!"
What'd you guys do?
Jesus. Oh, Mike, turn the TV on and turn the volume up. And then we just laughed at each other because what am I gonna? I'm not going in there. I am not going in there.
Did anyone call?
Well, we kept saying, Andy, just keep trying. You can do it.
No, I had to scoop it out.
Is that true?
No, dude.
What
It eventually
happened?
flushed.
All right.
Well, how many?
Yeah, there's been once or twice where I've had to do the scoop method.
Oh, dear God.
But that was round 1 of the vomit.
Yeah.
There was another round that was hot Arby's
Nope.
that came out.
Nope.
Arby's is good.
Hot
though.
Arby's is like vomit going down.
I guess you could say you had the meats.
We've got the meat.
I love Arby's.
He doesn't
though.
have it anymore, is
Yeah.
what we're saying.
I did not drink that much.
No, you
I
sure
was surprised, really.
Yeah.
You
Honestly.
got Arby's, you don't buy it, you rent it.
didn't. Esther and I took up the slack for you, Kelley.
Yeah, you guys really handled it.
It was her fault.
Yeah.
I will say this till my dying day on my deathbed. My last words were, "It was Esther's fault.
Yeah.
I got that drunk at that one whore hound." Bleh, and then I died.
Yeah, if you see Amy taking shots, then you know she's up for a good time.
You all right, Lewis? You gonna live? You gonna be with us?
Shut up and do your thing.
The shots I was doing, they had like horror themed shots at the hotel bar at Whorehound, and it was called an Amity, and it was SoCo and lime juice. And Millie's growling at Elsa right now. Don't worry, everything will be all right. No worries. That's actually, she's doing her Jaws impression under the table because I said Amity.
Mm-hmm. And you knew.
And
That
I
doesn't
knew.
make any sense,
You knew
though.
about
Why
it.
would it be SoCo and lime juice?
I have no idea, but in my inebriated state, I'm like, oh, that sounds great. And I probably did like 3 of those. And then there were more things. But it was a great time. Great to see everybody. Super awesome.
It was a real good convention.
We got to meet one of our Beelzebubs,
Michael,
and his
lovely wife.
Carrie, and
Yeah.
they were so sweet.
Yeah.
And it was just really cool to get to do that, meet new people.
Yeah, and we got to see Kat again. Love you, Kat.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
awesome. Got to hang out with
Yeah.
Kat.
And we got to give Ernest his pin in person.
got to give lots of people their pins in
Yeah.
person. That felt like fun. That
It
felt like fun.
like fun? Or
Felt
what?
like fun.
I don't know what I'm saying.
It's too bad it
anymore.
wasn't
It
real
really
fun.
wasn't real fun.
It felt like my life was complete for a moment.
It was like
You
I
mistook
feel
it for
like,
fun.
I feel like this is what people mean when they say that was fun.
You thought you
I
were
feel
feeling
like this
good.
is what humans mean.
What a humanoid would say.
Human music.
I'm
like
not,
it.
I'm not an alien, I promise.
Anyway, Freddy's pretty much done with the Horror Hound audio for this one, so that'll be out soon. Maybe one of these days I'll edit the March Horror Hound
It's
stuff
the
we
lost
got.
episode.
That's going to be our last episode in 20 years.
Yes. So
Think of all the people that won't be alive when that's released.
please know that Freddy gives me shit daily.
Probably most of the NOTLP crew.
Yeah.
The way we live.
It's just going to be Amy and Andy.
Just hanging off for here's the episode, guys. Ugh.
That's it. That's the only thing that's going to get me to an old age.
Yeah.
You can be like
Just
the old lady on
diabetes
Titanic.
Fingers pressing the send button.
Yeah.
Diabetes fingers.
You guys
just
are going to
dripping.
you're going to have one of my amputated feet in like a glass case here. Like in front of the mic, you set it in front of the
Yeah.
mic every time.
Every now and then it bubbles like bloop.
Yeah. You're like, he's with us.
Oh, you guys, it's a sign.
And you guys will have actually converted to like some real hardcore fundamentalist Christianity. You're gonna be like, it's a sign that Jesus is good. Kelly's foot can be here.
I like to think that if you had Kelly's foot there, you'd be yelling at the dog constantly and take it out of its mouth.
Probably. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
They're bad girls.
It is so meaty
Drop
and
it!
juicy.
Drop it! Bad girl!
Yeah.
Drop it!
Stop it. That is the last thing we have of Kelley. Let it go. Anyway, and I'll try to give them a milk bone in exchange, and they're like, bitch, this is better.
Yeah, this is the future.
Yeah.
You also have like
But
a vial of diarrhea.
In the future, Diabetes feet are called milk bones.
Milk bones. That's right.
Like Papa's got the milk bones.
Aw. Yes.
Papa's got the milk. That sounds like an Oak Ridge Boys song. Papa's got the milk bones.
Auga, auga.
Mama's got the sugar feet. Papa's got the milk bones.
That is a song I would probably have listened to in my life. Andy, you were going to say something?
Oh, I just want to say we saw our other favorite Mexicans, Tim and Esther.
We did, and they're
we
the
love
best.
them so much.
We do.
And our good friend Troy.
We saw everybody.
Yeah, and Charlie and Brad. And
we saw
other Brad.
every
I saw a magician.
booty. You saw a magician. With Jeremy and Cassie.
A close-up magician at the Mexican restaurant that we had dinner at.
Yeah.
This guy was awesome.
A close-up magician. A
close-up magician. He did
as
close-up
opposed
magic.
to far away magic.
Well, just close-up magic and...
Yeah. Close-up magic and, like, football field away magic.
That's a real thing. I didn't make this up, you guys.
What'd you say, Lewis?
I thought
Did you saw your burrito in half?
Oh, he was already gone by the time we got there. But it is close-up magic's like a real thing.
It is. Oh, yeah. No, I'm with you.
Oh, I just consider magic.
Andy's simple. Okay.
Yeah, is that like street magic? It's just, but like in a restaurant?
Yeah, it's exactly like that. This guy was good though.
He was doing
He was
restaurant
old.
magic.
He was great.
Yeah.
He had a great little patter going.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
Good.
It's one of the best things I've ever seen.
Awesome.
In your life?
Yeah, is he alive?
No, in your life.
In my whole
In
life.
your life?
Like it's the top 10. I've been
Top 10. Like number 10 or number 9?
a number like 2.
Ooh. Wow.
Even better than the birth of your children?
Like well above them.
Yeah.
They're like that's in the top like 20.
Ooh, shit.
I'm just kidding, Colin and Cole.
Oh, you're just going to hear that?
I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding.
He's a bad
They're going
dad.
to be traumatized?
Well, I mean, Kelly is their dad, so they're pretty traumatized already.
Well, this will spur them to become magicians to gain
To
his
get,
love.
to get my approval. They're going to learn a bunch of close-up magic.
I'll already become evil magicians just to try to say F you, Dad. They're going to be far away magicians.
I'm like,
You have to see it through a telescope.
I can't see what you're doing.
They do it on the moon.
Too bad, Dad. I guess your eyes should have been better.
Too bad you got diabetes, glaucoma, Dad.
So some stuff in the Horror Hound audio, you'll hear everybody talk about it, and I think everybody's seen it now, except for Mikey B, but he will.
He will.
And I think everybody generally liked it, except for Lewis doesn't like it. Didn't you, Lewis?
It's just not my thing.
It was just not his thing, and that's
his thing.
cool. That's fine. It's wrong, but it's fine. But whatever.
It's like you say that now, but usually time proves me correct.
Whatever. I thought it was great. So we talked about that. So that's coming up. I'm gonna tease an upcoming book coroner for you.
Yeah, tease it.
Tease. I've been reading Grady Hendrix's Paperbacks from Hell, and it is so fucking good.
I can't wait to take it from you and ruin it.
Grady Hendrix, he wrote.
I thought you said Gravy Hendrix.
Gravy Hendrix, the greatest guitar player
Gravy Hendrix.
in Thanksgiving history.
He's the most delicious guitar player.
I only read it at breakfast time.
His riffs are so smooth and creamy.
Grady Hendrix. He wrote My Best Friend's Exorcism, which was good. I read that a while ago.
He wrote Crosstown Stuffing.
Gosh, I can't wait for Thanksgiving.
Percolated.
But it's so good. Like, just go buy it. That's all I'm gonna say right now. But it's really like made me crave those goofy like horror paperbacks from the 70s and 80s. Like, I want them all in my life right now.
I had a bunch of the one, like when I was flipping through it, I was like, oh, I used to have that.
Yeah. And so we were in Fairborn, Ohio yesterday, which if you're a Halloween person, that's where Foy's is. It's kind of famous. Look it up. I can't help you, but it's outside of Dayton. But they have this store.
You could help them. You could post
I
links.
just did. I said Fairborn outside of Dayton.
But then you said, I can't help you.
Google.com.
It was like you contradicted yourself.
Now I'm helping.
You helped, but then you said you can't help.
I know. We went to the store called The Bookery. And they do comic books and like movie memorabilia and stuff, but they were getting rid of all their paperbacks.
That sounds like that of a place owned by a medieval witch.
The Bookery.
Yeah. Except it wasn't. It was just a
Come
guy.
to the bookery, children.
And they were getting rid of all their paperbacks for $2, and they have so many. And I just went to town and found a bunch of books. Andy's found some, and the problem was I didn't have Paperback from Hell with me to like look through and go, oh, that's the one I wanted. So, but I did manage to find one that was in the book. I just looked for covers and descriptions that I thought were interesting. So I'm really excited. We'll be reading those and talking about them. Coming up. So
Nice. I know, right?
I'm reading Mazes and Monsters right now.
Oh boy, that's fun.
Yeah.
The novelization based on the 1983
the book
Tom
was
Hanks movie?
the book was first, sir.
Is it by Rona Jaffe?
Yeah. It's real goofy so far, real dumb. But I
used to watch that movie. Came on UHF TV back in the day. That movie came on all the time.
I need to find it once I'm done. I'm gonna try to find it somewhere.
I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Certainly it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Lewis, when you said based on the, I thought you were going to say novel by Precious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by Sapphire.
Sapphire.
Every summer.
Mazes and Monsters, based on the novel pushed by.
Yeah, every time somebody says based on the, I assume they're going to say, finish the Precious quote.
Yeah.
Precious. Anyway.
That sounds good.
Yeah. It was cool.
No, yeah.
That's all I got for you guys. Anybody got anything else before we move on down the road?
Kelley, how's your foot? We were talking how it was like very swole before.
It's still pretty swole, but my leg is less swollen.
Good.
They might graft me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Your butt?
You're my number one graft pick.
Fantasy football.
Fantasy Foot League.
Where
Fantasy
are they-
Diabetes Foot League.
Where are they taking the skin from your butt?
No, it's synthetic.
Oh.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
like
if it's-
pigskin?
No, they grew it in a lab.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know any of it. But
Synthetic is non-life based.
I'm not sure what's going to happen. That was just something they floated.
Your life is about to become a David Cronenberg movie.
Yep. I'm going to come out and I'm going to be like,
Cronenberg Kelley.
yeah.
Okay, everybody. Well, that sounds
Yeah,
fantastic.
good luck with your foot, Kelley.
Thank you. It
I
kind of looks
do
like.
think-
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No,
I was
you
just
go
going to say
ahead.
that my foot right now, because I've got that like stocking on and then some like.
He burnt it, y'all.
I've got some gauze. It kind of looks like an uncircumcised penis right now because like the stocking kind of goes around the front and like it's like a little bit open at the front, so it looks like if you roll it back, there's going to be a cock head underneath it.
How
Cockfoot.
did you burn it?
I stepped on the pavement
Oh.
barefoot. Like
the
seriously,
summer.
this is legit. I can't feel the bottom of my feet, and Elise and my son Cole and I were going to go swim in the pool at the apartment we used to live at, and I was like, fuck it, I can make it 8 steps. Like there's no glass or anything on the ground. And so I get out and I'm walking in my plodding, slow, heavy way to the thing. Cole is going, ooh, this ground is hot. I'm not thinking anything about it. I'm like, I can't feel it, fuck it. And then I get in the pool, we all get in the pool, and I do like a somersault. And when I come back up, her face and his face are just these masks of horror. And I said, what? And they're like, you have these huge flaps of skin hanging off of your feet. And I had,
Well, technically, if you can't feel it, it doesn't exist.
It didn't happen.
it didn't happen. But something made the skin come off.
That would
my
make a
feet.
great cover of an 80s horror paperback. Like your mangled foot sticking out of the water, and the name of the book is like The Burnt. Just The Burnt.
It'd be a great entry in the Fear Street series.
Yes.
You know what's amazing to me, Kelley?
What?
You can't feel your feet, but you still managed to do a somersault into the pool.
Yeah. What? I didn't do it into the pool. I was in the pool already.
I thought you said you like did a jackknife into the pool.
No.
And, like somersaulted.
No, I was like in the water and I like went,
okay.
like I went in the water and like rolled.
Priorities.
I thought you did like the triple Lindy into the pool or something.
I mean, I can do that.
I was like, that's impressive, Kelley.
You can.
into the shallow end.
Oh, don't do that.
I don't want to see your foot, but at the same time, I do want to see your foot. So next time you like change your dressings, can you send me a picture?
Well, Elise has pictures that she's taken as we've tried to get it
Okay.
smaller. I can have her send you one.
Yeah, I'm like morbidly
I bet
curious.
It smells like almonds when you take it off, doesn't it?
If almonds that have been like left
don't.
under someone's house in a bucket and covered with like roadkill, yeah, that's about what it
Well,
smells like.
when my leg started bleeding that water, I I smelled it.
Yeah.
It smelled like roasted almonds, but it tasted bitter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Salty.
This was the conversation that was happening before we started recording that I did not want to continue. and
You
here we
tasted
are.
your foot water?
Oh God!
Well, to be fair, it was calf water.
That's how you make good stock. Using foot and or calf water. That's how you make veal stock with calf water.
So flavorful. Mm.
Everything about this is disgusting. Okay,
I just get foot bouillon.
we're gonna be right back
It's so much easier.
It is.
with
You know those Weiler's football you
Yeah.
use.
You can't find it at Kroger though.
a review. Okay, we'll be bye.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Are you recording?
We're recording.
So let me ask you this, Kelly.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Since you're in the middle of still a burgeoning new relationship,
Yes.
and the fact that you have your new love interest changes your bandages and has seen your feet at their worst, has the magic died yet?
No, it only gets stronger. Listen, the first month we lived together, I shit the bed, and she withstood that she was like she didn't even
She's a
get
champ.
out of bed.
She's a champ.
She was just like
She rolled around in it.
Yeah, she's like it's okay. So yeah, no,
It's okay. Here, she took a taste of it.
And it was bitter.
that did have almonds in it
Oh God, it's true.
because I'd eaten a whole bag of cocoa covered almonds.
That's dangerous.
I know.
That's dangerous projectile diarrhea.
Yeah, it was sharp.
All right, lovers.
Well, this tastes like a Nature Valley granola bar.
It's healthy.
It's like shrapnel coming at her.
It kind of was. When I vomited them, it sure hurt. Because they were sharp. They were only half digested.
So she can relate to those, people in Cambodia that stepped on landmines.
Yeah.
Have shrapnel just fly at them.
It's her fetish.
Yeah, it's like the new Killing Fields.
Okay. Kelly.
Yo.
No, that was taking it too far. If we're talking about our own disgusting feet, that's one thing. We're talking about poor people in Myanmar.
Let's not drag them into it. Kelly, you watched a movie. It was called Little Evil.
It was.
It's a Netflix exclusive.
It is.
What you got for us?
I liked it.
Oh, good.
I enjoyed the hell out of Little Evil.
Now,
It was
everybody
hilarious.
at this table but me has seen it. What's everybody's, do we all agree with Kelly?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Andy.
It's just aight.
Oh, Andy.
It would have been better if it was called Lil Evil, though.
I will say I don't love the title. But like it's just really cute. It's exactly kind of what you expect from like an Adam Scott kind of horror comedy. It's just cute.
It almost seemed kind of like it didn't even really seem like a movie. It seemed like a pilot for a TV show.
It did. It really did. I would say that is an apt description. It was. I can absolutely see it being a TV show. Maybe it even was. I don't know. We just don't know that. They wouldn't release that information to the public.
So what's the premise?
So the premise is Adam Scott marries Evangeline Lilly, and her son was conceived. I love the telling of the story. She was like a naive 20-something, and she joined a cult, and they impregnated her with the Antichrist. And
Whoops.
So she keeps kind of going through men, and then Adam Scott kind of is willing to like be this kid's stepdad, and he's trying really hard. And
He like super trying hard, like kind of like almost like the Will Ferrell type character,
yeah,
that like really wants to be a dad.
yeah, but like without Will Ferrell's weird mugging face, like
Aw.
in a charming Adam Scott kind of way.
Have we turned on Will Ferrell?
No, I like him, but like he mugs a lot.
Yeah.
Like he's a project by project kind of guy. I'm not
Yeah.
like an overall
Yeah.
I love Will Ferrell, but I like things that he's done.
Okay, let me say that. Okay, maybe not Will Ferrell. Okay, maybe Adam Sandler, in Big Daddy kind of way.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
And he's trying, but the kid is he's basically Damien from The Omen.
I know.
But there are a lot of like cute little like shout outs to different like movies in that kind of genre. There's like some poltergeist stuff, and there's a lot of cute little touches, and it turns out really sweet. Like it's just like a sweet movie.
After there's a scene where Damien, the kid, buries Adam Scott, but then you would think that'd be the end, but then it takes this like really sweet turn where the boy and the dad bond together.
Yeah.
And then becomes kind of like a whole different kind of like a chase movie.
Yeah, it does, and it kind of switches up in the last like third of the movie, or even the last quarter of the movie. Let's do the math. Let's figure out. Let's divide the movie up into segments. The movie
was only like 80 minutes long.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It is. It's short. It's fast. It's not an Oscar winner. It's not. It's not an Oscar winner. Listen, everybody.
No fat on the movie at all.
Dial down your expectations. But no, it was like a really fun. Like the jokes were funny enough.
I really liked the. In all these movies, they got the group of friends, the other dad.
Yeah, that was fun.
There was a lesbian dad in there. That's absolutely hilarious.
Lesbian dad?
Yeah, his sidekick. She's from the Amy Schumer show.
Bridget Everett.
Yeah.
Oh, she's great. Yeah.
And she talks about what a pussy her kid is for not liking monster trucks.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's really. It's just like a fun little romp. And what I also like, some people are either going to like this or like people who are too serious are going to be like, ugh. It is very much kind of an Edgar Wright rip. Like the directorial style is like Edgar Wright light. Like you could definitely tell like this guy is like super influenced by Edgar Wright. It's like super duper like same kind of shots, but like a little bit cheaper. But like I like that because I love Edgar Wright. So it really worked for me. I mean, it was a really fun movie. At no point was I bored. I laughed.
Cried.
I didn't cry, but I did think it was really sweet. And there's a scene towards the end where, like Lewis said, it kind of turns around. It is really like, and you're like, oh. So I recommend it. I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
Not that there's much to spoil, but like,
Right.
I think it's a fun movie if you're.
Well, did you know also it was by the guy who did Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh yeah, Tyler Labine's in it. Yeah, Eli Craig.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Eli
I like
Craig.
that movie quite a bit.
Yeah. I do wish we'd gotten an Alan Tudyk cameo, but we didn't. But we did get Tyler Labine.
You can't have everything.
I can't have everything. But it is a recommend. It's real fun. If you're high or you're drinking or you're bored, watch it.
Andy, what were your problems with it?
She's been looking over at me the whole time, like just waiting for me to.
It was
why
just
can't
okay. You enjoy things?
Maybe it's because I'm not the biggest. Kelley said it's like an Edgar Wright movie, and maybe because I'm not the biggest Edgar Wright fan.
Okay.
It's like
I'm like you. I can't stand Edgar Wright. I didn't get Edgar Wright from it. I got like almost kind of like an extended Saturday Night Live digital short feeling from it.
Yeah, well, they're all like all those scenes like where they do like they all slam their like drinks down and it like focuses real hard on that. And it's like, and then they're just little touches, like little camera shots and stuff.
See, I saw that as almost like a tribute to Sam Raimi more than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could definitely. I can see that too.
But for me, it's like I guess it was just too safe. It didn't go far enough for me.
Yeah.
But I guess like
okay. So then the movie we're going to talk about here in a minute, We Are the Flesh, is completely unsafe.
My brother showed.
What do you want?
My brother watched Little Evil with his 5-year-old kid, and the 5-year-old kid thought it was hilarious.
It was.
So with the exception of all the cussing, it actually could have been. If they counted all the cussing, it probably would have been a great like PG-13. Comedy.
Andy, you just have to access your inner child.
And also, I think I'm getting tired of Adam Scott's shtick.
Oh, I love Adam.
I thought you loved Adam Scott.
I did, but then like he plays the same thing over and over again, like the same type of like sad sack role. He has this undercurrent of melancholy and sadness about him that I just want him to be like just go wild a little bit and get out of his downtrodden box.
Like in Step Brothers.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
That's why I like when he's not playing a typical Adam Scott role, I guess.
Also, too, Clancy Brown and Sally Field are in it.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah, Clancy Brown is awesome. He looks
great. It's got a great cast, aside from Chris D'Elia, but...
I didn't even know that was Sally Field till the credits.
I saw her name in there, and I was trying to figure out who it was, and I'm like you. I put it together, like when it rolled. I was like, oh shit, that was Sally Field. She's great. Like you would never know it was her.
Right.
And Clancy Brown looks amazing. How fucking old is he? 100? Mm-hmm. He looks amazing. He's very fuckable.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'll put my dick on the table. He is very fuckable.
I'm looking at it right now. He is actually 358 years old.
Oh my gosh, good for him.
That's biblical and shit.
Yeah.
I agree with Kelley. He's fuckable.
Have you guys seen the trailers for or read about Ghosted, which is Adam Scott and Craig Robinson?
Yeah, that looks pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
It looks funny unless you're tired of Adam Scott's shit.
Exactly, Andy's gonna hate it.
So
It actually looks less like in the trailer. He is more like I feel. It does feel a little bit Portals to Possibility though. I watched that trailer. And I was like,
But there's this actor I need to tell you about. His name is Scott Adams. He's
You
so
love-
good.
Oh yeah, he
Scott
does
Adams.
Dilbert,
Yeah, he wrote Dilbert.
and he's a real conservative piece of shit.
The Dilbert writers are a piece of shit.
He loves Trump.
That would be a fun. That would be a fun Saturday Night Live digital short. Make everything with Adam Scott, but with Scott Adams. But have him dressed like Dilbert.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay.
Dilbert, more like dildo.
Oh shit!
I went there.
You did go there.
We
He
are
is a
the
dildo.
we are the flesh that.
You really did, and it did make me uncomfortable. Okay, so let's see who's gonna get shot for the next show where we do one of these. Freddy is in bed, doesn't even feel good, but I'm gonna sneak
You're gonna
in
do it
there.
anyway.
I'm gonna hand him this gun.
You're cruel.
Put it against your forehead, you
can't
little
believe it.
bitch. Do it. Do it. You live. I hope. Who knows what's going on in there?
The bullet didn't take him,
The bullet didn't take him.
but
I didn't
the
even
but the
hear the
doo-doo
bullet.
belly might.
You didn't hear it. Sorry, Lewis. It's coming through on the same track. Okay.
Are you recording still?
Yes, I'm recording. Mikey B isn't even here. And again, I'm going to
We got them new.
Did you put the extender on?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got them new high tech bullets that track him.
yeah. It's a Mikey B tracker. He
It's one, of
lives
those
too.
it's one of those guns from the movie Wanted.
Yes.
We sent out a drone.
Do you remember Jumper? It's that.
Well, is that the guy that just like can go anywhere he wants?
Mm-hmm.
That seemed like the dumbest idea for anything I've ever heard.
Remember that 1984 movie Runaway with Tom Selleck?
No.
Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons.
Can they just run places real fast?
And well, the Gene Simmons invents this bullet that can like go through can find a person, find its target. But he also at the end he also invents these robot spiders that try to kill Tom Selleck. It's a future. You guys should really.
I can absolutely see Gene
must
Simmons
have
as a
this.
scientist.
You've never seen Runaway from '84. Tom Selleck. It was on HBO nonstop.
Kelly.
You said
I have not. The title sounds familiar, but I have not ever seen it. I didn't have
It's like-
cable as a kid.
Well, it takes place in like the future of like 1988 or something.
Whoa.
And Tom Selleck's like, this should be the next one actually, the next Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Yeah.
But like Tom Selleck plays like the cop in the robots division of the police department for rogue robots because everybody has robots now.
So it's like
But
iRobot, but with Tom Selleck.
Kind of, but all the robots look like the robot from Rocky IV, so they're big and clunky and really can't do anything, but yet they go rogue and kill people. So anyway, Gene Simmons makes spider robots that shoot poison darts.
That sounds amazing, actually.
It's a fantastic movie. Everybody, go watch Runaway.
I will go watch Runaway.
Not right now, though. Finish this show.
No, let's put pause right now.
No, let's go watch it.
Oh, yeah. You can pause. I can't pause.
Stop. No, let's stop it. Let's come back now.
Okay. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours.
Okay, guys, we're back.
Oh, my gosh. Can you...
Wasn't Runaway great?
That was so good.
I don't know. I'm kind of over his shtick.
You're like, Tom Selleck is oversaturating right now.
Well, that's great. All right, let's see if I get run away by this bullet. You ready? I died.
Oh,
I died. It was me.
you dummy.
I am a dummy. This movie that I'm going to watch for the next show and review was actually at Horror Hound. It's called The Black Room. They were screening it. It's on Netflix, too. A couple's new dream home morphs into a nightmare after they learn that an evil and lustful spirit resides in their basement, starring Natasha Henstridge, who I saw in the parking lot when we were evacuated.
She was at Horror Hound,
Yeah,
too.
I passed her.
And Lynn Shay's in this as well.
And the movie sounds exactly like We Are the Flesh.
Well, let's hope not.
Their house morphs because
It
they
morphs.
use morphing technology from Black or White.
Mighty Morphin.
The Michael Jackson video that
Michael
just came
Jackson
out.
story. That just came out?
Yep. That brand new Michael Jackson single.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you.
It's amazing. He turns into a panther.
It's black. It's white.
I like the fact that's immediately where you went.
Wouldn't you?
That's the warning technology. The black.
That just came out. All right, we'll be right back with your main attraction. Go ahead and gird your loins, okay?
Gird them.
All right, this week's main attraction, 2016's We Are the Flesh. It's on Shudder right now.
We Are the Children.
If you want to watch this, wait till we discuss this. And then,
Tenemos La Carne.
oh, thank you. I wasn't. This movie. I need to say this up front, Lewis. I want to talk to the man who made this movie and explain to him. No, thank you.
Well,
How dare you?
I just want to. I have one real thing to say about it.
Okay.
And then I'll let everyone else go. I feel like this was sort of a response or an answer to this. It felt like a Serbian film, kind of like on a much like less extreme level. It's still pretty extreme, but like less extreme. But like trying to say something about living in Mexico City right now,
Right.
the way like I feel like a Serbian film was talking about, or ostensibly talking about, like the way the Serbian government treats their people by using kind of these extreme and sexual imagery. That's
Yeah.
kind of what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing it has relation to me in terms of Serbian film was just imagery that's like weird and shocking. I couldn't get a story out of this at all.
Well, no, I didn't get a story out of it either, but I also didn't really get a story out of a Serbian film.
Well, here's what.
I mean, I did, but like
Here's what story I get. When you are left to be alone, when you are alone, you can just indulge yourself in everything and then you go a little crazy, and then you bring people into that because it's easy to be crazy. It's harder to stuff down the bad stuff if you just let it free and you're cool. And then also you can just use simple packing tape and wood and cardboard and make a pretty decent little fort that's very cozy looking.
Oh, well, you didn't know that already?
And then don't have sex with your brother or dead people.
I mean, or do.
Those are the stories that I got.
Hashtag YDWYW.
Now, Lewis, I read some reviews of this because I just had to wrap my brain around what was happening. And yeah, I think Kelley was right. Like it's supposed to be metaphorically something about Mexico and some of the bad stuff going on there.
Well, basically, it's the producer. Basically, in an interview he said that throughout history, Mexico has always been reduced to a certain form of an apocalyptic culture that's never been able to come back from, like from Aztec times. You know, from the conquistadors destroying the indigenous peoples there and leaving the ruins behind, to like the bodies of the streets of the drug cartels of the drug war today. That Mexico is a place of apocalypse, but because they're so kind of still held down by a certain tradition and by Catholicism, certain things like that, that like people tend to indulge in their fantasies and darkness behind closed doors. And this is kind of like almost like an extreme example of that, where
Man, I wish I'd seen that movie because that sounds good.
well,
Did you like this movie?
I adored it. I mean, I thought it was gorgeous. I thought it was beautiful. It was unsettling. It's extremely unsettling.
Well, no, I get that. And it is well shot.
I mean, the set design, the color, the lighting, you name it, the sound design.
Yeah, that was cool. What I was watching.
I was waiting for you to.
No, actually, the sound design was cool. I could tell that they had everything basically looped back in.
And you know, it is made by film students. You know, it is made.
You can tell. I'm sorry, you can tell.
So there is going to be that kind of almost what we probably hear, who've done it all and seen it all in America, quote unquote, would call a certain pretension. But I mean, this is very much like in a lot of Mexican horror, from Jodorowsky to a lot of the people now, it's like they infuse so much surrealism, in the high quality. This is very much a high quality, high class horror film, an art film. So
that I got. Yeah, it's definitely an art house kind of movie, which is why part of I don't actually like a lot of art house stuff, and
I don't either.
That is kind of part of why I don't think it
am much
resonated with me.
simpler.
I am very simple.
It made me feel stupid because I'm thinking like, should I get this?
Well, let me explain it.
All right.
I need things spoon fed to me. I'm very simple.
You cracker plebes.
Well, what can I just real
All
quick?
right, so
Okay, go ahead.
There's an apocalypse going on outside that we don't know about. There's a guy who spends his time in this warehouse making alcohol from fermented bread and everything, and he's going crazy.
Mm-hmm. He's full on there.
Yeah, and so then his brother and sister break in, and they have to stay there. So he immediately puts him to work building. He's upset. He's the guy who lives there is obsessed with his mother. He wants to return back to the womb. He wants, so what he does is he builds a huge womb.
That was his fort that I was discussing earlier.
Right, it's a womb, and so then and the
No sex in the champagne womb.
The temptation of having the brother and sister there leads him to his darkest desires, which leads them to their darkest desires. So yeah, there's a lot of sexual shenanigans that happen. And,
There's a lot of fucking.
And a lot of close-up, near pornographic scenes.
No, I mean that was full. I mean, I'm sorry, but she actually was performing fellatio on her brother. That is straight up pornography, because it was Brown Bunny.
That stuff didn't bother me.
No, but that is it's not near pornographic. That was pornographic because I think there was penetrative sex happening.
It's not obscene though, because it's art.
No, I don't think. I'm not saying pornography is obscene. I'm just saying that is the definition of pornography when you show hardcore sexual acts. This movie has moments of pornography.
Well,
be prepared for that. I need listeners to be prepared for that, because if you're not prepared for that, you're like, what the fuck? Anyway, that was me. I'm a prude.
Tomato, pornography.
Pornography.
I'm a photographer. I was okay with all that. It was really just the storytelling.
He dies, and the sister has sex with him and resurrects him, and he comes back as almost like a demonic carny.
Yeah, he comes back with his haircut, and he's all oiled up, and his posture's better.
Mm-hmm.
And they kidnap a soldier, and they murder him, cut him up and everything.
After they sing the Mexican national anthem together.
Right. And then everybody, there's kind of a big bloody orgy scene.
Yep.
And then the brother basically he's reborn, and he breaks out of the womb and ends up in modern Mexico City, where there isn't a apocalypse going on. It's just
twist.
Yeah. So it's very it's 100% allegory, 100% symbolism and surrealism.
That's why I link it to a Serbian film.
It's basically panic. It's basically panic. See, I feel a Serbian film, I feel that was done for pure shock value, whereas this, I feel, is a part of the whole panic theater tradition of kind of like using uncomfortable situations like this to kind of like make people realize.
Well, I think you're right. But I think that's what the filmmaker of a Serbian film was claiming that it was supposed to be.
I just don't. I don't.
See, I've never been able to make it through a Serbian film. I've never
even tried because I didn't want to.
For some reason, that movie I felt was almost like something that shouldn't have been made. Because to me, there was like no. I will use this as my defense. I will say there was like no art to a Serbian film. It seemed like that was just a camcorder, like a snuff film,
Right.
But like you could tell with this one, they were actually trying to create some sort of art.
And I agree. I just think spiritually, like if you just break it down to its essential, sort of the elements. I think there's like a common thread.
So the idea that this is a symbol for the bad things in Mexico, and they were shocking us with how the symbols were shocking because of what's happening in Mexico can be shocking, and I would say that the things happening in Mexico are probably would shock me more than what this movie did. This movie to me just didn't. There was no. It didn't connect with me in any way, shape, or form.
I compare it to
like shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Well, well, true. I didn't want. I just didn't even. I didn't want this.
I compare it to something like David Lynch. Something David Lynch would
It
do.
was very David Lynch.
And I'm not a big David Lynch fan.
Yeah, because David Lynch, I feel, sometimes does things just for the sake of being weird, and like he says there's something behind it, but he just. It's like, it's open to interpretation or something like that, or if you don't get it, like then you're just not in tune with his aesthetic, I guess. But then it's like I think you're just doing it just for the sake of art and not telling me anything, and you're being
deliberately obfuscating what you're trying to say.
Same thing.
Well, no artist is like under has to explain anything to anyone.
You're right, but then I don't have to like it. Now,
that's right, you don't have to like it.
Exactly. Like I could turn it off and I'll be done with it.
That's more your fault than their fault.
Exactly, and that's fine.
Yeah,
make the art you want to make. I'm not saying you shouldn't have made it, but I will say when I found out the director was in his 20s, I was like,
Yeah.
And not to be a youth shamer, but sometimes people think they have shit figured out and they understand.
The director of It was 17.
Oh, shut up.
Well, sometimes I feel like these directors are kind of talking down to me and shaming me for not like getting their art.
That's you. Yeah. That's your own shit, Andy. You're putting your shit on them. But
to be fair, Andy, they were talking down to you.
Well, specifically, because we've all met you and Jesus.
I remember that scene in this movie. It popped up. The director popped up and said, Andy Hung, you're a dummy.
Well, he won't quit talking about you on the commentary.
Yeah.
It's real weird. But when I found out he was in his 20s, again, I was just like, kid, come on. Like, when you're, like, my age, in like 10 years, because I'm super young, at heart, but not my face. My face is very old.
It is not.
Or your body.
And my bones. My bones are very old. You're going to understand
you got hand-me-down bones?
You're gonna be wiser. I don't know. Like, it's the only thing I can hold on to as I get older and less attractive to the world at large is that I'm wiser in some way, and not to shame young people because you're brilliant, you're wonderful, and you have good ideas.
It is possible
we were all that person at one point.
When you don't have it all.
It is possible that when he is older, he'll look back on this and say, I wish I'd waited to say these things till now, where I have a more seasoned way of looking at things. But again, he is young and he's telling it from what he sees now.
But again, do your thing. That's fine. I just thought this was not good. I didn't want to watch brothers and sisters having sex. I don't want to watch her dripping her period blood in her brother's mouth.
I mean, I want to watch those things, but I want to watch them while I'm jerking off. I don't want to watch it
on
while I'm trying to feel
your own
things.
terms.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I just and the things that you know what? Maybe it's me. Again, I'm very prudish. It was the sexual stuff because it just wasn't wholesome in any way, shape, or form.
It was just grimy and dirty. I need clean sex.
None of that was a problem for me. I think,
of course not.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, to be fair,
kidding. I'm joking with you.
That wasn't. I just and it really does come down to like me being like I like storytelling done a certain way. Not to say that this is a bad way or the wrong way to tell a story. It's just not a way that connects with me. So it just didn't connect with me.
Well, a lot of reviewers in Mexico compared it to, you remember that movie we watched, We Are What We Are?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of reviewers compared it to that one. You guys didn't like that one either.
Yes, but I will tell you, when I think about them next to each other.
To be honest, I felt We Are What We Are was more complicated and a bit more disturbing than this one was, to be honest with you.
But it was more linear.
Yeah, the storytelling was more straightforward. It wasn't like dreamy and surreal.
I don't like surrealism.
That's my favorite thing is I like dreamy, like you said.
Yeah.
I like dreamy and I like surreal, and I like the fact this movie felt like it wasn't made on this earth. I felt like it was
True.
I'll agree with that.
I love movies that feel like they're made in some alternate universe. You know, like do you guys like Gaspar Noé?
Oh
films?
yeah, it's like I was gonna say that. Like it reminded me of Enter the Void.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I couldn't get through that either. No,
well,
like
to be fair, that movie is 4 hours long.
yes, it is, and it's like but I do like dreamy, surreal stuff. But when it's presented in a more digestible way, like Jodorowsky stuff, I really like. But this one was just art house pretension, I think.
Well.
I saw a lot of people on the internet comparing this to Mother. And Freddie, Mother. So Freddie went and saw it this week, Mother, by himself. So I didn't see it, but I was like, "Do you see those parallels?
Do you see
this?" And he said no, but he did say I guess the last act of Mother is extremely surreal and dreamlike, and I guess that's where the comparisons are being made.
I can deal with surrealism within I can deal with a segment
a
moment of.
Yeah.
I do like that. Lovely Molly had a lot of surreal stuff happening, but within a kind of more, a framework that I could kind of go with.
So yeah, I like the movies that float. I like movies that just kind of float from one scene to another, especially art house films like this. I like it when it does feel like a dream, like you're watching something you shouldn't be watching. Like the way a dream is so disconnected from scene to scene, the confusion and I do like the way this one does kind of like it really does tap into a certain deep dark desire that isn't usually explored too often in movies.
Well, and I will say it does if you look at it from that perspective, it does capture kind of the feel of a dream where it kind of there are certain images that are sort of repetitive and.
Well, have you ever had a dream where you're like making out with your mom or your brother or
no?
Well, I'm not going to say that I have for sure.
Everybody has definitely had a dream where they've done something wrong with someone they should not have.
Sure.
Okay, and so in that way, it's like you can't control what goes on in a dream like that. If you're like, having sex with a family, whatever, in a dream. And I feel like the movie in a lot of ways is like that. I mean, you can't stop the kind of the abhorrent situations you get in when you're in a dream, and this was almost like a filmed version of that.
So who is out of control in the metaphor then? Mexico's out of control? Or is it? I guess
you've got Mexico's represented by the old man.
Okay.
The way he died, the way he dies, comes back, dies, comes back, dies, comes back. And then you've got kind of the church, the communion, which is the girl.
Right.
And then you have the citizen, which is, the boy who constantly pushes her away, which he's trying, but eventually gives in.
Okay. All right.
We'll see when you explain it.
Okay, that makes sense. I still just did not want to watch the girl, because
the church was corrupted by the country, was by the guy.
Okay.
Even though she had the desires already there, he corrupted, and she corrupted the brother.
I feel more optimistic about Mexico than this movie does.
Well, we don't live there.
That's true. But I think it seems like a cool place.
Yeah. But I don't want to have to work for my movies. I just want movies are an escape for me.
I know.
And just
this was not an escape.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's not. Sometimes movies have to be entertainment. Sometimes movies have to be art. And I guess this falls in the latter category.
Did I not give you 2 weeks of entertainment?
Yeah, those are fun.
Butthole Mouth.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. You son
Yeah,
of a
well,
bitch.
But I will say this movie did its job. It made me feel something.
I did like last week's movie.
Yeah, it was
2
unsettling.
weeks
I
ago.
will not forget this movie. So in a way, it did do its job.
Well, if it truly did its job, at the end of the movie, all you guys take your clothes off and roll around together.
Amy,
Well,
That did happen.
get some grease out and some dirty shit, and let's roll around.
Elsa and Millie were rolling around on the ground.
All right, let's get to it then.
They're sisters, so that's dirty.
Kelly, can you drip your foot blood in my
Freddie,
mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Did
Yeah,
Freddie-
let me squeeze it.
Did Freddie what?
Did Freddie watch it?
Yeah, he did.
Freddie, what did you think of the movie?
He didn't like it
why
either.
he's sick. That's what knocked him out for the
He
day.
didn't like it. He probably liked it more than I did. Because at a certain point, I just did laundry.
Yell at him and just say, "Hey, Freddie, what did you think of the movie?"
Hey, Freddie, what'd you think of the movie?
Yep.
Yeah, he can't.
Yeah.
What's funny is we went out, like we decided to watch this because I actually knew nothing about it going in. Like I did not IMDb it or anything.
I didn't know anything either.
And so it was like 11 p.m. I was like, let's go get wings and then watch this movie. So we went out and got wings and fries and kicked back to watch it. And I was like, this is not a wings and fries movie.
Did you go to Wingstop?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh,
We went
darn.
to a Crossroads.
Oh, okay.
But
Wingstop is so good, guys.
Wingstop is very good.
Wingstop is great.
I still have never had Wingstop.
Crossroads is really good too.
My life is incomplete.
But Lewis, like, I do appreciate the movie more now that you explain like the inner workings of it and what it really means.
Well,
But
don't worry. Next year, I'll do Fatty Dum Dum in the haunted house.
Thank you.
I love Fatty
Yeah.
Dum Dum in the haunted house.
you already gave us the test, so there you did that job.
You know, so every Sunday night we go to Freddie's mom's and we have dinner with the family and everything. And we watch movies.
I'm not invited.
You're not. I mean, you can come. Sure, if you're in Cincinnati.
uninvited.
But
Deliberate.
we typically watch a movie, and for the last few weeks, the picks have been awful.
Well,
Like-
I noticed that one week. Oh God, was it Freddie? His mom.
Funny Games.
Yeah,
She
Michael
wanted
Haneke. I'm like, that's not really a great movie to watch with the family.
And she'd already seen it. She's like, let's watch that again. My niece was like, oh, let's watch Requiem for a Dream. Okay, these are the movies that they want to see. And I was joking with Freddie, like, hey, let's bring this one over. See, really fuck them up, you know? But I don't want to do that either. But
Because then they'll be cackling through it like,
I've
look
been
at her having
trying.
sex with her
No,
brother.
she'll be
It's
like,
funny.
I've seen that already.
we were joking one day. I'm like, what about Boo A Medea Halloween? And I was like, no, this would be a really good palate cleanser. Let's watch this as a family. You can't find it anywhere streaming. I'm not paying $15 on iTunes for it.
Come on, Tyler Perry.
Anyway, I just thought
I think
I'd
I've got the digital code I could give you.
Please do, because otherwise they're gonna make me watch fucking Martyrs or something.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna lie. That is one of the reasons why I get shit for it. I mean, people make fun of me that I'm such a proponent of Tyler Perry, but it is because I do watch a lot of movies like this or whatever, you know.
You need a break.
And that is the ultimate like. You can't eat filet mignon all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go to.
You gotta eat wings and fries.
Yeah. So.
Hey man,
I
just
ate him
finished
I ate a Medea dinner
Yeah.
while I watched a filet mignon movie
Yeah.
last night.
Oh.
That's why I messed
but it was a
up.
rotten filet mignon made out of people.
Yeah.
Okay, just know that.
With the period blood sauce.
Oh God.
Mm.
But you know what? I will give you shit forever, Lewis, because that is my want. But I do think you bring things into my life that
As long as when you give me that shit, you smear all over my chest.
all over your chest. But I do like to tell people, oh, so you have a podcast, you talk about horror movies? Yeah. There's this one called Skins, and there's a butthole mouth. And then that's a really interesting story, and they think I'm weird, and they don't talk to me again, which is nice, because I like my solitude, so I can indulge in my most grotesque fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
It is I will say this is one of the great things about TLP, and one of the reasons why you guys have been on for so long. It's because you do go outside of comfort zones, and you do the movies no one else does. You know, you guys are very smart about not, you know, every podcast the past couple of weeks, or every podcast the past couple of weeks, it's it. You know, everybody does the same thing, and it when a new movie comes out, I kind of really don't care what other people have to say about it.
Right.
You know?
Agreed.
because everybody's talking about it already. I mean, you go over social media, you talk to friends or whatever. Everybody's already talking about the new movie.
true.
I don't need to listen to a couple of millennials break it down for
Fucking children.
an hour. Yeah. So I deal with NOTLP. Why you guys have lasted so long is because you do things outside of the current mainstream.
And we're the most attractive podcasters you've ever met.
Well, let's not get crazy.
Damn you.
We're definitely the most diabetic.
Yes.
That's true.
We have we corner the market.
Yeah.
We're even more so than Diabetes Cast.
Yeah.
They've only got one diabetic.
That's Brett Michaels and
We have the most swollen feet.
yeah. The most dead dads.
That should be like a Rondo Award. Podcast with the most swollen feet. Go for it to this year's Rondo Award. For the most swollen feet.
I'd like to thank the Academy. I wasn't expecting this. I didn't have a speech ready.
Diabetes Cast, Walking on Coals, NOTLP.
Aw, walking on sunshine.
I wasn't expecting this because when you're young, you think your whole life's ahead of you.
Yeah, normally this award goes to like veterans who have like struggled with diabetes for years.
Yeah. Civil War soldiers.
Yeah.
I like to thank my compression hose.
Oh,
I'd like to thank the Mercy West Wound Care Clinic,
I got
who've
up
worked very hard to get my skin to grow back.
I got up this morning and I went outside and I looked in the backyard and there's one of Freddy's compression socks just laying in the backyard because Elsa took it outside to play with it. And he's like, "Damn it, that's expensive."
Speaking of looking outside, can I go off topic just for a second?
No.
The other day there was a turkey vulture in our yard.
Oh Jesus.
There's a dead possum in the road. Elise took pictures of it and put them on Facebook, but it was fucking amazing.
Is it really big?
Big ass vulture in our yard. Yeah.
I love turkey vultures. I think they're beautiful.
It was really cool. You'll have to look at the. I'll
very
try to find the
Halloween-y.
pictures for you. Yeah. That's all. That your compression sock story made me think of vultures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, you looked out in the yard. She looked out in the yard. It's like the same story.
We're all looking in the yard.
Yeah, it's like that Creedence Clearwater song, looking out your back door.
Yeah, except sometimes you see a compression
Yeah.
stocking. Sometimes you see a vulture.
Ooh, looking out my back door.
But the best part of this movie was that it was an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah, Lewis, all of your movies have been reasonably long.
Yeah,
See.
this month has clocked in under 4 hours in terms of movie length. That's the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Bless you, sir.
Well, next year I'll pick movies with linear storytelling.
Thank
But
you.
they'll be 4 hours long,
Don't act like you didn't give us Narcos Satanicos, okay?
which I love, which is hilarious.
And which I own now. So let's be cool.
How did you guys find? Did you guys stream this?
It's on
It's on
Shudder.
Shudder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a
Uncut?
Shudder exclusive. Yeah, well, I mean, I assume I saw everything, so I have to assume it was uncut.
Yeah.
We saw
If there was anything cut for
Yeah.
this, God only knows what it must
Yeah.
have been.
Both of those dudes were cut.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. Well, it's
Was that his real penis when he ejaculated, you think?
probably.
No, it was all fake.
Yeah.
It was all fake.
Okay.
penises.
That's what he thought, because Freddy's like, the placement of his wiener is weird. It's got to be fake. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going
The
to go
only time
do
I
laundry.
think was real was those close-up shots
Of
where, like, had her
vaginas.
vagina in red, and
Yeah.
his penis in blue.
Yeah. Do you think that wasn't his real penis that she was filleting?
That was fake too.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's a realistic dick.
I listened to the commentary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I wonder if that'll become a trend now, like a way to get around,
It's a fake dick.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do in like Italy, like Tinto Brass, and a lot of those type of erotic, Italian erotic directors.
Haven't
That's how
seen
they've
so many of those.
That's how they've gotten around a lot of that stuff by using rubber phalluses.
Oh, okay. Well, that's exciting. I just don't know what to do with it. I think I'm just too much of a prude to
I'll show
handle
you what
it.
to do
You
with
might
it.
be, but
Yeah.
but I am
Lewis.
I do find that interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my defense in front of the judge. Like, it wasn't my dick that was out. It was a rubber phallus that was waving in front of the children.
I mean, the bitches with their bachelorette parties
Yeah.
out with wiener this and wiener that.
I sucked off that dildo, that strap on
That's true, you
Yeah.
did. I watched
in
you
public.
right after another dude had done it.
Yeah.
You just made out with that dude. Welcome to the World of AIDS.
Wait, what? What's going on?
It was
Burlesque show.
a burlesque show, and Scarlet Storm had a strap on, and if you ring tossed it, And if you made the toss, then you were lined up to do the best deep throating of the
Well, you weren't supposed to. I don't know that we were actually supposed to deep throat. I think we were supposed to
kiss yet.
mimic that, or like.
Yeah, but Kelley took it all like a champ.
Mm-hmm. I don't do anything half-ass.
No.
If I were to go on a Kelley rant or an Andy hate rant, it would probably be about burlesque.
Yeah,
a lot of people would join you with that.
yeah.
You know, it basically it's for women who think they're too good to be strippers.
Right. Just be a stripper. It's
I
okay.
do. You know
Be
what's
a
funny?
stripper.
And I have had this conversation before about like
What's the difference between a stripper and a burlesque dancer?
nothing.
75 pounds.
Oh, damn. Well, I like burlesque ladies because they are a little meatier.
I do like. The funny thing is, I do enjoy a burlesque show, but my question has always been like when it's their living, because like some people just do it as a hobby, you know, and they come out and they do it in their town, and you know I get, but like when it's your job and you're touring around and you're really not making that much, I'm always kind of like, why wouldn't you just be a stripper? Well, you probably can make quite a bit of money.
I think too. It's like this the whole obsession with like that Betty Page pinup culture and stuff. Which when you really get down to it, their stories are very sad and depressing.
Well, yeah.
You know, but like people like that. And the thing too is like I remember Betty Page being covered in tattoos.
Right.
You know, and
well, it's a way to belong to something, but
yeah.
And piercings.
It's just a signifier where it's a belonging thing, and if I look like this, then you know that I belong to this.
It's
sort
still
of thing.
It's still real hot though.
it's sexy.
Yeah.
But I just from a financial standpoint,
It's exhausting.
my question is,
That's so responsible of you, Kelley.
See, I just don't find it sexy. For it to be sexy for me, it's got to be a brother and sister dripping period blood in each other.
You know what?
well,
That's what I need.
And that's fine if that's
I've
your
got a
thing.
burlesque for you.
I like the movie Burlesque. That's real fun.
That's a good movie.
I fucking love that
Yeah.
movie.
We'll take you to the Play and Lollipop burlesque.
So
It's all siblings.
I want to, like we do near the end of every show, thank our Beelzebubs by name. And again, patreon.com/NOTLP if you want to support the show financially.
Oh,
Where
speaking
you
of
go.
which, T-shirts finished printing today.
Yay!
So they will be going out.
pins
And
and
I've seen
T-shirts will be-
pictures of both the front and the back.
Will be shipped
What?
out very soon.
Are you getting a plus size for men?
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's
Like
you know.
Husky gentleman sizes?
Hell fucking yeah.
Well,
I
these
know-
are
I
all
know-
made to order. So if there was a
I know
husky
some of you
gentleman,
guys. I know some of you guys are past 3XL. Let's not lie.
I'm not
Sure.
anymore. I'm down to 2.
Oh, good job.
Thanks.
Good for you.
Bob was looking at Freddy.
Oh,
He's in bed. All right.
Yeah, next year we're making compression socks. Actually,
that's how sad is what I just said. I'm down to 2XL. Woo! I'm
that's
cut, bitch.
that's a milestone. Don't
Yeah.
knock yourself.
It is. I'm just saying it's funny.
Live your life. All right.
I
So
didn't think NOTLB compression socks is the way to go.
we do like NOTLP down the side. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Insulation, insulin bags.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, a little your glucometer packs.
How about those little pill organizers? A Sunday through Saturday.
Yeah, a day of the week pill.
But instead of saying SM, it says NOTLP.
Yeah, and you just got to figure it out. Just figure it out.
It's like, what's
for
Wednesday
yourself.
again?
So our Beelzebubs, these beautiful babies. We have Alberto. We have
Thank you.
Albert.
Albert. Albert S. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's a friend from the LPOTL community.
Well, hello, Albert. And thank you.
I mean, he listened to us already too. But thanks,
better.
man. It's good. I didn't know.
That's very sweet.
That's awesome. High fives to you. I'll thank you later.
We've got
Oh, yeah.
Brooke.
Albert.
What?
Weird Albert.
Weird Albert. Is that what you said?
That's not what I said.
Yeah.
Brooke.
Brooke.
Eddie.
Thank you, Eddie.
Adam.
Adam. You
Tree
are-
and Alex.
Tree and Alex.
Beautiful babies.
I just keep repeating what you say.
Brandon Boone.
Yeah, Brandon. Wait. What happened to him?
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on.
Who killed him?
I killed him on Friday the 13th.
There you go. That was the best Freddy
Oh my
impression.
God, it's like dead on.
It was like Freddy was in the room with me. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
Bill, who we met recently, super sweet dude.
Bill.
He's ridden in a driverless car, which when he told me
Christine?
the story. No, like one of those Google cars.
Oh, okay.
And it terrified me.
Oh, I love you, Kelly. You went straight to Christine.
Yep.
Blake, what up?
Mark.
Blake.
Oh,
Mark.
we met him.
We met Mark.
Flying
Mark.
Pig Mark.
Guess who else we met? Michael
Yay.
and his lovely wife. You're super sweet.
Very exciting.
Jeremy.
Spoke in class today.
And who?
Cassie. Or as Andy called them the other day when he was slightly buzzy-wuzzy, he called them
Carrie and Jassy.
Jassy.
Yeah.
That's your new names now.
We had good fun with them.
Good fun.
We had good fun.
Good, clean fun.
We were up for good fun.
Yep. Some lady named Elise, and then just kidding, that's Elise, the lady who has to change Kelly's bandages in a sexy manner.
And someday my diapers.
You know what that is
Aw.
like? That's like Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, that's what I said the other day. I was like, I'm hot Jesus, and you're washing my feet.
Yeah, because she
whore.
washed his feet
it
with her
work?
hair.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's biblical porn right there.
Mm-hmm.
Commenda.
Yay! She's going to be the next guest on the High Five Happy Hour.
Yeah, we need to schedule that.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Schedule.
Ernest, who we had a great time with at Horror
Yeah.
Con
Oh, yeah, a lot of
Weekend.
fun. We got a lot of good interaction.
So such good interaction.
Well, the reason I say is sometimes like we see our friends, but we only see them in passing.
Yeah.
We actually got to hang out this time.
Yeah,
Yes.
me and Amy hung out with him during the fire drill.
Yeah, he pointed out Natasha Henderson
That's
Yeah.
nice.
for me, which was nice. And
What do you
his-
mean-
and
you
his
mean the
friend Vern
naked
kept
blonde
getting onto
woman?
him for shenanigans.
what'd you say, Lewis?
And his friend Vern kept getting onto him for shenanigans.
Is all that
Ernest
trout
is a good kid.
All that trout milk.
What were you gonna say, Kelly?
Oh, I was gonna make some kind of naked Natasha
Was it
Henson
good?
joke because she's always naked.
She's always naked.
Yeah.
My mom asked me. She's like, "Oh, at Horror Hound, did you see that guy that was on Criminal Minds?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you talking about? Was that Horror Hound that was on Criminal Minds?" And she's like, and she looks in IMDb, Nicholas Brendan. I'm like, "Oh, you mean fucking Xander from Buffy?" Because as a matter of fact, we constantly saw him. He was never at his table. He was always outside smoking.
I didn't ever
Well,
see him.
That guy, that Nicholas Brennan, he's been like, isn't he the guy who like got arrested for
At a few cons.
beating his girlfriend?
No, I think he was destroying hotel rooms and starting fights and just being a drunken mess. But he has.
But he was in rehab and everything, right?
Yeah, I think so. He
I
seemed
think
good.
I think he'd be his girlfriend too, but that's okay. I mean, Joss Whedon fans forgive.
Okay. We're not getting into that.
Hey,
I don't
cheated
care
on
if
my
Joss
wife,
Whedon
it's
cheated
okay.
on his wife. Fuck her.
It's okay because I like Buffy.
It's not
I'll
about
let it go. I'll let it go, Joss.
that you got one side
The
of the
bitch.
story, okay?
Yeah, the woman's side, which is normally the honest right side.
Well, that's true.
Fuck her. I'm not in their marriage. I don't care.
Being a feminist doesn't mean you have to be a perfect person.
She ain't no friend of mine.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
If I have to be no.
You're not. Well, you're not a good feminist.
Okay, so occasionally I make mistakes and I don't support every
that-
woman at all times.
That's right. There you go.
I didn't support Eileen Warnos when she was out there killing bros.
But she
But she
broke
had
the
a good
gas.
point.
She broke the
I'll
glass
say
ceiling
right
of female
now,
killers.
Eileen Warnos had a good point.
Well, that's probably true.
But she's like
She
a
really-
trailblazer.
I don't believe she did anything wrong.
Some of those dudes probably deserved it. I don't support what's her
Hillary.
fucking face?
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
her.
You fucking bitch. You goddamn hypocritical cunt bag. Die. Don't mean that. I don't mean that. That die part. That was that was wrong.
Let's say
Oh,
suffer. I want her to suffer though.
Because I don't. To be a feminist, you don't have to agree and uplift every goddamn woman in the whole wide world.
yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Excuse me while I mansplain feminism to you.
Okay, so like I gotta support white supremacist women because they're women.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll start doing that.
I like it's just one word.
And
yes.
Joss Whedon doesn't have to like be a
I'm
perfect
not talking about white
partner.
supremacist women. I'm talking about Joss Whedon.
He doesn't have to be a perfect husband to be a good feminist. And maybe if he,
It kind of helps to be to not cheat on your wife and gaslight women into like sexual positions.
and that's what his ex-wife is saying he did. Now I don't know, and you know what? I want to start a movement. It's called "Give People Some Fucking Slack and a Break," and wait till you hear the whole story. And maybe
Okay,
you
I'll
don't
just
know
say this:
everything.
it's none of our business.
That's
Why
true.
does it matter to the rest of us what
Okay,
Joss
okay.
Whedon
True.
did in
I
his
think-
relationship?
all I'm saying is like the reason why so many movements fail is because people are willing to give people they like through pop culture certain breaks they wouldn't give other people.
Well, I think
I sure do.
Yeah, Lewis is pointing out, I think, the hypocrisy of like us holding up the people we like.
Well, I don't
as
hold
opposed
him
to,
up.
No, like other people, like most,
Like Michael Jackson,
yeah.
Woody Allen.
As opposed to like we're tearing down other people who like.
We have to stop
I don't tear down those
people down.
I don't tear down those people either. Nobody's life is my business, and I don't give a fuck what anybody does in their personal life.
Exactly. Unless you're hurting somebody, like hurting. Now you can be hurting feelings. I don't know. Listen, that's what we have to understand.
That's a two-way street.
Exactly. You have to understand that there are two sides to every story.
Hey, I'm on your side. I'm just saying.
And I'm trying.
Lewis is trying to point out the hypocrisy.
No, I think movements fail because we expect people to be fucking Jesus Christ. And guess what? You're a person, and you're gonna fuck up, and you're gonna make mistakes, and you're gonna do dumb shit.
I don't join movements.
I haven't heard this passion. I haven't heard this much passion for you, Amy, in a long time.
No, because
that was my whole plan.
It has nothing to do with Joss Whedon.
To bring back the fire. I wanted to bring back the fire.
Good,
Amy.
Good, it's here, and it's not about
Billy
Joss
Joel.
Whedon.
You started the fire.
It's about our outrage culture. Because the minute somebody does something you don't think is perfectly perfect, they're problematic and bad.
Well, looking right here on Wikipedia, Nicholas Brennan punched Charisma Carpenter in the face.
No, really?
Well, she's real mean to everybody. I mean, she was like real popular, and like
Cordelia was a cunt.
I was Cordelia, not really.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if he really did, then I take back saying hi to him.
I thought in real life, like, she's mean?
No,
oh my God.
I have no idea.
I'm just I just made that up.
Oh, God damn you.
Charisma Carpenter.
You and Andy. Andy tells me the other day the Hitchhiking Ghosts win the costume contest at Horror Hound. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I loved their costume. He's like, yeah, but I found their page on Facebook and they're racists. And he was dead serious. And I was like, oh, shit, are you serious? Because I told him...
To be fair, though, in this day and age, you really have to prepare yourself for those type of letdowns now.
I know.
I mean, I don't know how many times I've found like someone local, who does something cool. I look it up. It's like, oh wow, it's a bunch of Trump memes.
Oh well,
their pictures Pepe the Frog.
Did you see Hot Cop? Was it Gainesville?
Yeah,
the viral cop.
Yeah,
God.
And then turns out he's a total white supremacist, and you're like, well, shit.
He was anti-Semite, talking about sending Jews to ovens and stuff.
Now, there's a difference between cutting slack for like, oh, maybe you used the wrong. Maybe Joss Whedon wasn't good to his wife when they were married, and it's like, okay, well, that's their relationship, and that's a private.
You gotta admit, though, her letter was pretty damning.
Well, right, but then I don't know.
I did a lot of shit in my marriage too. Whatever.
On a separate note, though, fuck the police.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, Philando Castile didn't need to be Mr. Awesome, paying for kids' lunches. He didn't need to be that to not be shot by the cops either, because you don't need to be goddamn perfect to be worth something in this world.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite Star Wars character is Philando Castile.
Oh.
Yeah, but he betrayed the Rebel Alliance at first.
Anyway, I'm just saying, like, Tina Fey isn't a bad feminist. Why is Tina Fey bad?
Well,
all of a sudden?
Okay, I've had a lot of discussions with this about her with minorities and minority feminists too.
It was a joke. She didn't really mean that.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of white feminism is very problematic when it comes to intersectionality and people of color.
I get that. I understand that, but
and so basically, she in a lot of ways she's saying, stay home, and it bothered me too, as someone who's out there on the front lines a lot, trying to like fight this crap. Like stay home and ignore it. When you ignore it, a lot of times when you ignore it, that's giving it a pass.
No, Lewis, I don't want anybody to ignore these bad things, but I honestly didn't think she meant truly stay home and eat cake.
Yeah, I think she's making fun of the people that do just like say things but don't do things. She's rallying people to do stuff as opposed to just.
I would like to believe that. Believe me, I would really like to believe that. But with her, I just don't.
I give her a pass just because I know where she stands.
Well, and I give her a pass because I don't think she's a political person. Like, we don't all have to be
she's very political. I mean,
she speaks her mind, but that doesn't mean you are something that you're not. I speak my mind on this show, but that doesn't mean I'm like, come to me to discuss, feminism or anything.
So can I say something?
Sure.
I don't understand. Here's the thing about this, and certainly Tina Fey, I mean, I have no feelings about that one way or another, but she opened her mouth on public national TV, so that's,
True.
But, as going back to, Joss Whedon and whether he did or didn't cheat on his wife, to me, I don't understand why celebrities and entertainers, their personal lives are anyone's business, and why we get to say that they did something in their personal... I cheated on my wife, and everybody doesn't know that. Well, they do now.
But here's the difference. Right. Joss Whedon presents himself as a super mega feminist. He's the one who presents himself as a champion to women, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the whole time he was like that guy who sits in the coffee shop, reading a book of poetry, pretending to be deep, pretending to,
But we don't know that because we weren't hanging out with him. Maybe his wife was emotionally abusive. We don't know. We got her side of it.
Well, and that's what I was trying to say.
I just tend to believe the woman when it comes to relationships and things like that. I mean,
you should talk to my ex because she'll tell you all kinds of stuff about me.
Is it true?
No, not much of it. I did cheat on her. That part's true. Not the rest of the stuff. I don't have a small dick.
I think all that she was accusing Joss Whedon of was cheating, and
it wasn't just cheating. Yeah, it was of taking advantage
and using his platforms as a way to seduce women.
Well, I don't know about that.
All right.
Which, if you hang out in any coffee shop, you'll see going on.
No, I don't want anybody to be a hypocrite, and I don't want anybody to do bad things to other people. Of course not. But that being said, stop putting people on pedestals. We are people.
All I'm saying is, besides that, Joss Whedon is just a terrible writer, terrible filmmaker, terrible director, and he's got a huge forehead that I would just like to crack open like an egg.
You're a terrible forehead director, Lewis.
That's not a forehead. That's a 5-head.
You got a 6-head. So.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you talking about my penis?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to end this now. Lewis, are you joining us next week?
I don't know. Are you gonna have the loudmouth?
We're gonna have Joss Whedon on.
You're gonna have the loudmouth wetback who's politicizing everything.
No, of course.
We're gonna have.
I love a loudmouth.
We have Tina Fey and Joss Whedon, guys.
Say it.
No, I'm not saying it.
You want to say it?
Of course, I don't want to say it.
Can I say it?
Andy.
Because I know Andy will.
He will.
Yeah, I would say it, but it wouldn't be funny if I said it.
No.
Andy gets a pass. Andy could say it because he gets a pass because he's Asian.
Yeah.
Andy did text me at a certain point while he was watching We Are the Flesh. He's like, build the wall.
Also, we're fuck the Dreamers.
Andy already gets a wall. It's a great wall, too.
Oh, you guys got the greatest wall.
You can see it from space.
We could never have a wall as good as you, Andy.
That's true. All right. I want Lewis back next week, so that's good. But meanwhile, if people are like, oh, God, I got to have more Lewis Fowler, what do they do?
Go to just twitter.com/Lewis Fowler. I put all my stories and everything up there. And if you live in the Oklahoma area on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock at the venue in the Plaza District, I'll be screening Jodorowsky's Holy Mountain at 7 o'clock if you'd like to come out for that.
Have you seen that, Andy?
Yes, I have.
And did you like it?
I did.
Well, that's good.
That's dipping my toes into art house films.
Yeah.
So I always say, oh, like Jodorowsky. I don't even say his first name. I don't even know his first name.
Alejandro.
Oh, you just ruined it for me.
God damn it. Why'd you do that? All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for listening. Next week is just, our regular miscellaneous debris once a month.
Yeah, if you have
anything
to say to us, call us. We have our voicemails back.
Yeah, go to NOTLP.com for all the contact information.
Yeah, or just write us.
151. Does this technically count as Andy's porner?
This movie? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For days and weeks. Well, now that I found out it's fake penises, though, I don't know. It was a real vagina, though. Wasn't it?
It was a real vagina.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Thanks, Lewis.
Bye.
It's my favorite Kraftwerk song.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed when his old